Hey y'all, listen, Carlos, he dropped his interview with Nene Leakes yesterday, and I had to take some time to, really dig deep down and see how I felt about it. And, what do I feel? I feel like that nothing has changed about Nene. She's still the same bitter bully Beatrice that she was on Real Housewives of Atlanta. There has been no growth, there has been no maturity, and most importantly, there has been no humbling in all that she has been through. Y'all, we're going to get into this and just talk briefly about my thoughts and opinions on that interview, and then I want you to share yours down in the comments section. Let's get into this. Welcome to Warriors Corner. This is your first time, welcome. If not, I'm so glad that you decided to join me again. Hit the like button on this video, comment your thoughts and opinions down below. And if you're not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell on all. That way you see each and every time I post a video with you in mind. Y'all, Nene Leakes, here she is, that girl. This is who y'all love. This is who y'all claim to be the builder of the Real Housewives of Atlanta on Bravo, okay? In Carlos King words, she is, she brought, all of the housewives to the standard that they are today. It was thanks to Nene. Let me say this. One thing that I was really looking in this interview for was for Nene to just be a little bit different, to have some change about her, to have some humbleness, to just be a little kinder. And there was nothing said, nothing done, or nothing given kind in this interview. They opened up, asking how Nene was doing. She's doing fine. She says that she's just, doing her thing, out here just being Nene, okay? And so they kind of go into the conversation of the first couple of seasons of the Real Housewives of Atlanta, how much Bravo paid them. She said for the pilot, they didn't get paid anything, which is pretty common when most people shoot a pilot. They're shopping that pilot so that then they can get picked up and be paid. And when she said the first season they received, I think she said $10,000. And, we're looking back in 2007, 2008, somewhere around that time period. So $10,000 back then was a nice coin. It was a nice check back then. Today, no, but back then, okay, But, she talked about the cast and everybody, that has been there on The Real Housewives of Atlanta. And so far, I think they've worked their way up to season 5, between 1 and 5. And there was just nothing positive that Nene brought to the picture. Nene didn't say anything positive about anything. This was her house. She built this show on her own. And my thing was, Nene, I love you. I really, really do. But this was not the Nene show. You are a part of an ensemble cast. If Nene would have did this by herself, there would be no Real Housewives of Atlanta. There would be no show, because even in this interview, Nene said nothing about Nene. There was nothing that proved any work ethic about Nene. There was nothing, like, I didn't see that, there was no other sides of Nene shown. Can Nene sing? Can Nene dance? Other than cracking on other people and you being popular at other people's expense, what do you bring to the camera? What do you bring? Other than your argumentative spirit, your nasty, rude jokes. Like, there was nothing that you said yesterday that I found appealing about the other ladies. You said that Roa was your house that you built, and these chicks is up in your house. Ma'am, you did not build this by yourself. Like you said, Kim and Sheree were on the original K. They were originally with you. They shot the pilot, okay? Deshaun was brought on by the producers, and y'all did the show. And that first season, what now I will give this to Nene because I do agree with this. Up until 1 through 3, those were the realest seasons ever. Once they started doing this storyline thing, that's when it kind of got a little shaky for me as well. So I do agree about that. But like with Sheree, you know, there was just nothing positive that she said about Sheree. There was nothing positive that she said about Lisa Wu. You know, there was just nothing that I expected Nene to give. She didn't give it. I expected and was hoping for, well, what I expected was exactly what she gave. But I was hoping that she would have given us a side of her that was like, you know, this girl brought this to the show and this girl did this. And I appreciate that this person, you know, did this. You know, there was no appreciation for anything. It was complaint after complaint after complaint, drag after drag after drag. You drag Phaedra, who's supposed to be your friend. You drag Portia, who I don't know where y'all relationship is. You drag Cynthia, like, so now you want to tell us that Cynthia was on the bandwagon of firing you, but yet the whole time that you were on the show and Watch What Happens Live, you were banning fire Nene, fire Cynthia, fire Cynthia. So 2 wrongs make a right. Why couldn't you have been the mature one, you know, and come on and said, you know, yes, I did try to get rid of Cynthia. You know, and it was wrong, but Cynthia tried to do the same to me, and I would like to apologize to Cynthia for doing that to her. It was just like, you have no regret in anything. You felt like everything that you did, Nene, was perfectly fine. You know, it was okay for you to get on the show and drag these girls, which, okay, it's a TV show. But then you got on this interview and dragged them some more. And this is the very show that you keep telling us that you don't mind coming back to. How are you going to come back to a show where you're supposed to be friends with these people, but yet and still you sit up in this interview dragging the very same people that you're supposed to come back on the show and be friends with? Make it make sense. Nene, this was just unacceptable. Then you talked about Brent and Brent's situation. You said Brent was 31, but he's actually 33. So do you know how old your son is? Like, I was just confused by this whole mess. This is a mess. Listen, hold on. And it was Bryson. I'm sorry. I meant to say Bryson. Bryson, you said he was 33 or 31. Let's just check and see real quick. Now here, according to Google, Bryson is 33. So is he 33 or is he 31? Do you even know your child's age? Then you said that this man, you know, the guy back when you was dating when you was on the show, he called you last night, that night before your interview, and was concerned about Bryson, said that he would pray for Bryson's rehab. You know, and I thank him for being such a good, honest, stand-up man for helping you out. But then in the same breath, you turn around and drag the man and told him that there was nothing there for y'all, like, other than the shopping and him buying stuff for you and your friends. There was no connection. Like, and granted, if that's how you feel, perfectly fine. But for you to drag the very man who just called you and said that he was going to do whatever he could to help get your son in rehab, it was just the contradictive of it all. You contradict yourself every single time. Just like with Phaedra. You said that you felt some type of way when Phaedra was there, but then she brought what she brought to the show. You know, she brought something to the show. So were you happy that she was there? Were you not happy she was there? Like, pick a side and stay on it. I just didn't like the way that you berated yourself in this interview. Like, it's all about Nene, as if there was nobody else on the show to help make the show what it was. The show would have been nothing if you didn't have people there to rag on. That's the only reason you're the most popular character, is because you were there to rag on everybody. But if nobody else was there for you to rag on, what was Nene going to show us to make this show have millions of views? It had millions of views because it was an ensemble cast, not because Nene Leakes was sitting up on the camera every Sunday. I need y'all to truly, like, Help me understand. Was I the only one that felt this way? I really wanted Nene to be humble. I wanted her to come back and make us laugh. Yes, give us a good time, but show us some humility. Show us that you have learned something from all of this. I just, I was just really disappointed and disgusted. And, you know, she talked about the 3 grandchildren, even though she has 5. 3 grandchildren that you adore. What about the other 2? I don't know. I'm just like, wow, wow, wow. And in my real opinion, this was 2 bitter bitches coming together to talk about the past and what they used to be and how they used to do. Because what y'all doing now, Carlos, you ain't even reaching 500,000 views on your TV shows, barely. And then you keep interviewing for someone to want to have their own, but then keep going back to the past. Like, when are you going to let Bravo go, Carlos? When I look up and down your YouTube, it's nothing but Real Housewives of Atlanta. I mean, excuse me, Real Housewives and Bravo. All of your content is Bravo. Where's like you just here with the Bravo girls, and I don't understand that. I just don't understand. I don't understand. But y'all leave your thoughts and opinions down below in the comment section. Let me know what you felt about this interview. Did y'all enjoy the interview? Did y'all think that, you know, Nene came through and did what she was supposed to do? I think Nene came through and did what she normally did, throw shade and you know, not, you know, claim to anything that she has done. She never admits to any wrong that she's done. She never admits to any, you know, corrections that she could make. You know, even with the kids, you know, I do think that the career path that I chose, you know, was hard for the kid. It made it hard for the kids, but that was my path. And, you know, I can only do so much. Y'all, I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm insane, and y'all have to let me know. Leave your thoughts and opinions down below in the comment section on this interview. It was a hot ass mess. A hot mess. A hot mess. And I was a fan of Nene in my immature days when I thought it was cute and funny to rag on everybody and beat everybody down and talk about everybody. But at this stage in my life, I'm just like, I'm not here for it. Can we have some grace and mercy? Can we show some kindness? Can we be nice? Like, I know I get up on here sometimes and I be dragging the people, but like, there is some kindness in my words at the end of the day at some point. There was nothing kind said yesterday about any of the ladies that she has worked with on The Real Housewives of Atlanta. Nothing. Not one individual did she speak highly of. Not one. Leave your thoughts and opinions down below. Hit the like button on this video. If you're not a subscriber, make sure you check my channel out. If you like what we got going on over here, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell on all. That way you see each and every time I post a video with you in mind. Get these bitter bitches off the camera and find something positive for them. Y'all go find something to do. Be nice for once. I'll catch y'all next time in Royer's Corner. I love y'all. Bye.